day everyone, I am Damilola Olorunshola and I am presenting a paper titled When Availability Does Not Translate to Access, Public Policies, Access to Finance and the Sustainability of M-SMEs in Osun State, Nigeria. Generally, the study concentrated on government policies aimed at ensuring the sustainability of M-SMEs, that's micro, small and medium enterprises, particularly with respect to access to credit facilities. While focusing on the liquidity nexus in Osun State, the study examined how the availability of government financial programs translates to access for M-SMEs. This slide shows the outline for the study, such that an overview of the economic importance of M-SMEs is given, followed by the definition of M-SMEs, what constitutes a clog in the wheel of their progress, objective of the study, the research questions to be answered, the research method adopted, the justification for the research method and the study area. The findings of the study was discussed next, followed by the results of the tested hypothesis, the proposed way forward, and lastly the conclusion, theoretical and policy implications of the study. The economic importance of M-SMEs has been recognized across all polities as they've been identified as critical to economic growth and development in both developed and developing economies. The World Bank in 2019 revealed that M-SMEs constitute 90% of businesses globally and 60% of employment, thereby making them a major private sector employment provider. In Africa, for instance, they have been recognized as critical to rural economic development as their dispersing nature, their widely dispersing nature gives prospect for rural economic development. In Nigeria, coming down to Nigeria, in 2018, Oshibajo revealed that without the M-SME sector, inclusive and sustainable economic growth would be impossible, as they constitute 90% of businesses, an average of 60-70% of national employment, and 50% of Nigeria's GDP. This is as reviewed by the International Council for Small Businesses in 2018. The definition of M-SMEs differs from country to country, depending on the country's level of development. The Small and Medium Enterprise Development Act in 2013 gave the acceptable definition of what M-SMEs constitutes in Nigeria, based on the workforce, the dual criteria of workforce capacity and access and value of assets, excluding building and land. The micro enterprises constitute of less than 10 number of employees with a value of asset that is approximately $12,000, and small enterprises constitute of 10 to 49 employees with a value of assets that is approximately $128,000, and the medium enterprises consist of 50 to 199 number of employees with a value of assets that is approximately $1.2 million. Despite their laudable contributions, they are still being hampered by a number of challenges of inaccessibility to credit facilities, tax burdens, the problem of transiting to the formal economy, amongst other challenges. But the challenge of access to finance and credit facility has been an age-long problem for M-SMEs. This is underscored in the findings of Maleka and Fatoki in 2016 that M-SMEs failed to pass the 3-year mortality test due to the problem of access to finance. Therefore, despite the many talks about availability of government financial support programs, it has still not translated to accessibility for M-SMEs. Therefore, there is calls for help to the government to help formulate policies, very integrated and well-coordinated policies and programs to help ensure their sustainability. As previous studies have shown that M-SMEs benefiting from favorable government financial programs have a better tendency to develop both nationally and internationally. The objective of this study is to the study focused on M-SMEs and the liquidity nexus by investigating government policies, programs and measures aimed at providing an enabling environment for M-SMEs to operate, and especially to ensure the reduction of financial challenges to the barest minimum. In achieving this big objective, the study proposed 3 research questions to be answered. That is, first, in what ways have governments formulated appropriate policies to enhance access to finance for MSMEs? Secondly, what is the level of MSMEs awareness of government financial programs, and how does this influence their ability to access such programs? Lastly, how effective are government agencies in delivering financial financial services to M-SMEs, and how does this ensure their sustainability? The research method employed for this study is the exploratory sequential mixed method, such that interviews were conducted with relevant government officials and agencies, and focus group discussions with members of Association of Business Owners, and questionnaires administered to 100 MSME owners in a busy MSME dominated business area in Osogbo, the Osun State capital. The justification for this is in order to acquire a detailed and robust research findings that encompasses the view of major stakeholders in the MSME sector. Government officials were considered as initiators of policies and programs, and members of business association and MSMEs were considered as recipients of government policies and programs. Osun State ranked third on the list of states with highest number of MSMEs in Nigeria. This is as reviewed by the National Bureau of Statistics in 2020. With respect to the first research question, findings revealed that stakeholders, especially government officials, recognize that finance is very critical to business development as well as human capital. Some of them revealed that we know that these two areas are important. That is why we ensure that they are taken care of. The study revealed that various grants and schemes, financial schemes, exist for MSMEs by the government. There are grants facilitated by the Small and Medium Enterprise Development Agency of Nigeria, loans available with BOI, Bank of Industry, and the Osun Microcredit Agency. Among the schemes available for MSMEs are the Conditional Grant Scheme, the Agribusiness Small and Medium Enterprise Investment Scheme, the One Local Government One Product Scheme, National Enterprise Development Program, Trader Money, Osun State Government and Bank of Industry Fund, and Young Business Owners in Nigeria Financial Scheme. The findings with respect to the level of awareness of government financial programs and how this influences the ability to access programs. These charts, the chart on the left side of the slide, revealed that 79%, a very large percentage of MSMEs, are aware of government financial programs, are aware of government financial support scheme. On the right side of the slide, discloses the awareness of MSMEs with respect to identified government scheme and support programs. This slide discloses the chart on the ability to secure government financial support. This slide revealed that 78%, that is an overwhelming large percentage, revealed that they've not been able to access government financial support. Among the reasons given for not being able to access government financial support, the issue of collateral constitutes a major reason, that is 27% here, for not being able to access government financial programs. This chart shows the rating of the process of accessing government financial support, and a large percentage of MSMEs, 62%, revealed that the process of accessing government financial support is very difficult. They regarded to it as very difficult. With respect to the third research question on how effective are government agencies and schemes in delivering financial services to MSMEs and how this ensures their sustainability, respondents reviewed that compared with the population in the land, we can say that the schemes are grossly insufficient, and they revealed that fund has been a major constraint to government policies and programs. In the words of one of the respondents, that the government is willing to assist the people, but by the time you look at it, what it takes to raise a single entrepreneur is huge enough that you cannot train or empower more than a certain number in a year. So we cannot say that the impact is significant. Also, the inappropriate attitudes and wrong orientations of MSMEs towards loan repayment has affected the effectiveness of government agencies, because many of them see the money as government money, therefore there is no need to return the money. This has hindered further disbursement of money for other MSMEs to benefit. Also, the difficulty in getting access to government schemes due to the stringent requirements, especially of the certificate of occupancy, has constituted a problem and it has affected the effectiveness of government agencies and M-SMEs' ability to access government programs, thereby hindering their sustainable government financial services. This table shows the testing, the result for the first hypothesis tested with respect to the relationship between the type of enterprise and ability to access government financial support. The p-value 0.600 is less than the alpha value 0.5, which implies that there is no significant relationship between the type of enterprise and the ability to access government financial support. This table discloses the results with respect to the second hypothesis, that on the relationship between awareness and the ability to access government financial support. The p-value 0.66 is less than the alpha value. This also implies that there is no significant relationship between the level of awareness of M-SMEs and the ability to access government financial support. This corroborates the findings shown on the charts previously, that a larger percentage of M-SMEs are aware of one government financial program or the other, but a larger percentage has also not been able to access government financial programs. Therefore, awareness does not imply ability to access. Having identified the various challenges hindering the effectiveness and the ability of M-SMEs to access government financial programs, respondents revealed that government should devise more creative means of generating funds and making funds available to M-SMEs to do business, and they should try to partner with private bodies so that the burden will not be overwhelming on them, so that there will be more schemes available for M-SMEs. Also, government have been advised to adopt other means of borrowers' possession to serve as security and collateral. One of the respondents revealed that the BVN code can be used, for instance, considering the fact that everyone's bank account is linked to their BVN, and there's no way somebody will collect money and you won't be able to repay when you know that there is a unique code that would hinder you from accessing your finance if you are found to default from the given loan. There's also suggestion on the reformation of the Land Use Act. Also, there should be efficient and effective monitoring of M-SMEs activities by proper funding of the monitoring system. This would help curb the problem of M-SMEs not refunding or returning the money that they borrowed, and it will ensure that they use the money borrowed for the proposed project. And there should be more provision of grants for businesses, and the business environment should be further eased through the provision of infrastructure and ensuring constant power supply and security, like personal and family wealth. Therefore, the main challenges in underutilization of formal sources were the inadequacy of collateral assets and unavailability of guarantor and audited financial statement. Therefore, the government should try to ease legal requirements for M-SMEs. In conclusion, the study identified government liquidity support for M-SMEs. Despite the high level of awareness of M-SMEs of such programs, the ability to access is still very low due to the stringent requirements for getting access to them. And in summary, the awareness of M-SMEs does not affect the ability to access government financial programs.